tell the truth,
and what?
and shame the devil. I love being black.
All right, people. This is a beautiful day to be living in the land of the living. Appreciate you guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. All right. Late night, late night. Look at my hair. All beat up. Time to get done. My stylist, she been calling me, but I'm gonna get with her. The lock goddess. I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. I was going to bring Mark Carter. I still might bring him on, but there was some other things that we need to talk about that's going on. It's real hot in the on the scene, and so we have to try to cover all bases. You know, I haven't been on, and well, I was on last night in 7 days, 5 days, or something like that. But I appreciate you guys for coming on with me tonight, bearing with me. Hopefully we can get some Tennessee State University students on here tonight. And MAGA came. MAGA is Make America Great Again. The Republicans, the red ones, they came on the university unannounced. And they were trying to set up a table. So I want to see what was actually going on. And it's just news, people. No. Listen, don't get upset. All right. All blacks are not Republicans, and all blacks aren't Democrats. So come on in, come on in, come on in. And we want to find out what's going on. I tell you the truth. I tell y'all the truth. Come on in. You already know what it is.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black.
All right, come on in, people. I need you guys to hit that like button. My YouTubers, hit that like button. Hit that like button, YouTubers. My YouTubers. I'm live. We got a video to show you, and we want to make it happen. All right, come on in.
I love being black.
Do you love being black? Prove it to me. All right, we texted some people, let them know that we're live. Yeah. We're live. I tell you. Come on in. Let me acknowledge some people in here. Lisa, I just text you. All right, yo. All right, Jimmy Dean, what's up? All right. Luna Lang, all right. We want to talk about it, people. D, what's up, D? You working the night shift? All right. Common Sense, what's up? Dr. Sanders, my sister. All right, people. Come on in. We got a video to show. The MAGA showed up at Tennessee State University. And you know, our black people, we didn't bust no windows and we didn't beat nobody up. We just escorted them out the place because, you know, black people, we're emotional. Yes, we are. We're very emotional. I love being black. You're right, Eddie. Good seeing you, Eddie. I ain't seen you in a long time. So you off D, huh? K-Mac, what up? Grand Rising. All right. Come on in. We got the video and everything and showing. But we had a great discussion last night. For those of you, it was more so of a learning situation. Yes. Bonnie, what's up? LaDonna. Hey, LaDonna, I ain't been seeing you. Black power to the last hour. Race first. All day, people. I'm black. I'm black. 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 Negroid. Shanita, what's going on, Miss Shanita? I see you. Come on, YouTubers. I hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I love being black.
I love being black.
All right, people. Bernie Mac. All right. All right. Who's this? We have Bonnie Williams. And okay, I got you. Jimmy Dean. He said, Marty, if you have XM radio, it's a station. 127 call progress is very informative on politics. Okay. Trump, etc. You'll be surprised to hear so many Caucasians and other races against Trump. Wow. Okay. Vicky, what's going on? All right, people. I'm going to play this video, even though it's late, but that's okay. Let me scoot back and hit it. This is it.
MAGA supporters invaded our HBCU.
What is going on over here?
You called the East primitive, but what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do side still. Y'all didn't do anything to your. You guys didn't make shit. You guys touch children. You guys
showing them the door.
We walking them to the door, y'all. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know. They need to get like a trespass, like penalty or something because
sending them off.
tell him it's that boy. He thought he was gonna come up like Charlie.
Yes.
Man,
yes.
yes.
Say good job, TSU.
Good job. Shout out to my good.
At Tennessee State and HBCU, MAGA people tried their best, but the students made their voices heard.
We made y'all. Y'all can do that. We made y'all country. That backpack, that shirt.
It's been a little wild.
You are an embarrassment to intelligence.
They're calling us stupid, but they wouldn't even talk to us on the mic. It's so funny. They wouldn't talk to us.
Italy, Germany.
They wouldn't talk to us. Now they yell at us and they just think they're right. What are they even teaching at Tennessee State? This place kind of is just crazy. Wow. These people are not educated very well. All they know is attack, steal, and hurt us. Apparently there's a screwdriver brain today, so, you know, somebody was planning on using it to stab us, which is not good. So we're risking our lives out here, honestly. What the heck? Wow. And they're just following us still. Wow. Oh, dude, this is
Utterly pathetic, truly.
All we did was set up a table.
They following him out.
Cause it ain't TSU no more, boy. You gonna fight through that shit, please?
All right, we're gonna hold it right there. I just want to. So that's what's going on hot in the news. And started yesterday. The MAGA, Make America Great Again, came upon Tennessee State University uninvited, and I'm assuming that they probably want to debate with the students, but the students wasn't going. They wasn't talking to them. They escorted them out of there. They followed them all the way out with the law enforcement. So, you know, after Charlie got killed and they were trying to blame the black universities, the HBC universities, and they were trying to say that they had something to do with it. Listen, that was white on white crime. We didn't have anything to do with Charlie getting killed, but they needed to take their madness off somebody. Yeah. They pick one. Okay, they're trying to recruit. That's it. Yeah. The black people, hey, they wasn't going. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Now, some of us, I believe in some black folks supposed to be Republicans and black people Democrats, but they didn't want it. If you're going to debate, you set it up where everybody can see it. You know, let the students know you're coming. Don't try to infiltrate. If you got a message and you believe that you're right, you need to share it. Yeah. Real talk. That's real talk. I got another video too. Let me see if I can pull that other one up. I'm going to pull that other one up because I got another one as well. And want you guys to look at it. It's a black brother. All right. Let me see. All right. I might not be able to put it up. Let's see. Let's see. I probably, hold on. We're going to, I got to delete a video. And we delete this video. All right. And upload this one. And another one. Put a black brother in. They was shouting at him too. It should pop up in a minute. It's going to pop up. It's a real short video. So we're trying to figure out what's going on. Was it trying to, it should be up there. All right, let's see. Did it go up? All right, hold on. I thought it went up. You know a lot of more. All right, what you witnessing, this is one of the people that infiltrated. All right. They didn't put their hands on the white boy, but they put their hands on the black boy, touching him and everything. So, wow. Yeah, wow. Wow. Yeah. The HBCUs. All right. Put these up here. All right. Well, let's take some calls real quick and we can get on. I just want to bring this out, talk about this a little bit. Yeah, we should have known not to go to. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me just say this. All black people are not Democrats. You have some black folks, they are Republicans. You have some conservative people. They are. So it's not a cardinal sin for any black person to be a Republican, a MAGA. That's their choice. We living in America. They have freedom of choice. You know, freedom of choice. All right. Yep. Come on, call in, people. Y'all know the number, 872-299-0808. 872-297-6389. Come on in. Miss Leslie Brown, I see you. Do you realize that debating is done on college campuses? Okay. I saw that on Philip Scott's show today. He went there to test the waters, and he got just what he was looking for. He got served. Okay. Yeah. All right. It says, Miss Peggy say, that's how they do, trying to put the black college in a negative way. Yeah. Brother D said, I'm sure they did not have a permit to demonstrate on the college premises. I understand free speech, but you don't have free speech to be disrupting educational system. Agreed. All right. It would be nice if one of them students called in. It would be real nice. All right. Please share the video. Hit like on Twitter, X, Facebook, YouTube. All right. Need some callers. Let's talk about it. What's your thoughts about this video? What are your thoughts about the video? What are your thoughts? I want to ask a question. Those of you that are Democrat, and I am a registered Democrat here in the state of Illinois, do you feel that if a black person is a conservative or Republican, they're a traitor to the race? I want to put that out there real quick. Do you feel that if a black person is a Republican or are Republican, do you feel that they are a traitor to the race, to the black race? I want somebody to tell me that. Tell
the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
And what?
I love being black.
All right. Can you be black and be a Republican? That I want to know. All right. If you're black and you're Republican, would you consider them as being a traitor to the race? I'd like to know that. All right. K-Back said, I do not feel that way. I vote for my interests. I have no loyalty to either party. You might have heard that word. Let's see. You might have heard that word. Let's see. Oh, wow. All right, people. All right. And let's hear. Now we know Mr. Kirk, Charlie Kirk, he got killed by another white person. It was white on white crime. That's what it was. It was white on white crime. He went to a white university and he got killed by a white person, another white person. So that becomes white on white crime. All right, now, that's what that is. Now, these white MAGAs, they came to historical black college, university, I'm sorry, and they didn't get killed. They didn't lose their life. Their brother was with them, you know? All right. All right. I need some callers.
I love being black. I love being black.
I need some callers. Where you at? Talk to me. I got a few texts. A few texts. It's all about political. They said if you have a conversation about religion or politics, it's always going to be a disagreement, an argument, a debate. A debate. All right. All right, black people. Only party was for the black people, ever been for the people. Black people was the Black Panther Party. That's real talk. Make America Great. For you just tuned in, I had we showed another video with a lot of stuff going on. And let's see if we can pull
MAGA
it up.
supporters invaded our
Yo, what is
HBCU.
going on over here?
You called the East primitive, but what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do side still. Y'all didn't do anything to your. You guys didn't make shit. You guys touch children. You guys.
Showing them the door.
We walking them to the door, y'all. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know. They need to get like a trespass, like penalty or something because.
Sending them off.
Tell him it's that boy. He thought he was gonna come up like Charlie.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
yes.
Say good job, TSU.
Good job. Shout out to my school.
At Tennessee State and HBCU, MAGA people tried their best, but
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
the students made their voices heard.
We made y'all. Y'all can do that. We made that country. That backpack, that shirt, those shoes.
It's been a little wild.
You are an embarrassment to intelligence.
They're calling us stupid, but they wouldn't even talk to us on the mic. It's so funny. They wouldn't talk to us.
Italy, Germany,
They wouldn't talk to us, now they yell at us and they just think they're right. What are they even teaching at Tennessee State? This place kind of is just crazy. Wow. These people are not educated very well. All they know is attack, steal, and hurt us. Apparently there's a screwdriver brain today, so, you know, somebody was planning on using it to stab us, which is not good. So we're risking our lives out here, honestly. What the heck? Wow. And they're just following us still. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, this is
Utterly pathetic, truly.
All we did was set up a table. TSU no more, boy. Can't even hear you.
Very safe, very black, and very tired of this.
They did not walk this way. They walked that way. No doubt. They did not walk this way. They walked that way. Clip the video camera real quick. What's up? Hey, what's up, man? Like, oh, press hell. You feel me? Like, it's a crazy day out here. You feel me? Hold up.
Pro-Trump propagandist Cam Higbee recorded himself getting roasted by students. Here was Higbee cosplaying as a journalist, where he was given a free trip to Israel to...
All right, people. We're gonna Laura, get this screen back up. Now, what do you think it was the purpose of them going to that university, the HBCU? What? All right, come on, people. Let's get some calls tonight. They said black people, they behaved themselves. They got them out, they escorted them out. They didn't want to debate with them. Yeah. Yep. Somebody said, what is there to talk about? All right. I mean, I'm just asking the question. I'm trying to interact with you guys. Yeah, that's what it is to talk about. What the purpose of you think MAGA came onto a black HBCU, you know? What? Why? You think they want some attention of a media? The media is not talking about this. It's social media talking about this. Yeah, and that's right, Peggy. He said they think they right, just like what he said wants to say. He think it's right. He said how white folks think about us. We still, etc. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jessica been writing me all night, y'all. Yeah.
Has joined.
Hold on, my brother, real quick. Jessica said they came to get media coverage to make Black students look a certain way. They are embarrassed about Kurt. That's why they were there. Because that was white on white crime. Straight up white on white crime. Okay, my brother. Come on, OJ. Yeah.
Martin, what's going down?
What's going on, man? What you think about all this stuff, man?
It's kind of confusing on a lot of ends. But let me start with what I seen in the video. It looked like it said TSU, that's Texas Southern University, which is down here in Houston, on the campuses of my wife's alma mater. I know that campus to be a very peaceful campus. It's a Black campus. It sits in an area where Beyonce got a lot of property. She's very connected in that area. And you don't hear a lot of stuff come from out of that school. Mostly hear success stories. Saying that to say this, it's going on, or they're beginning to pick at places like that to start something else. And what behooves me the most is, why is the white population of America mad at African Americans because this man got killed? Now, I did see on Facebook a lot of African Americans making fun of this guy getting shot in the neck. And I don't provoke anything like that. In fact, when I seen the guy get shot in the neck, I was absolutely outraged because it's 2025. And we're still shooting people assassination style in public, even after Trump gets shot. I mean, we need to move past that. But what I don't understand is, even when Trump got shot, this other guy got shot, what did African Americans have to do with that? I don't understand that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
now.
Hold on real quick. That was Nashville, Tennessee. So it wasn't in Texas, Nashville, Tennessee. Okay.
But I seen a TSU sign.
Yeah, but
it said TSU.
Yeah. But it's Nashville. Trust me, I did the research. It's Nashville.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
That's fine. Wherever it's at, it shouldn't be going on.
That's true.
Now, I didn't see. I just, Martin, I think that we're at a time where we have to be extra careful. We had to be extra careful coming up during the time you and I were coming up, and we stepped very lightly. Now we have to treat almost, because of all the stuff that's going on in the United States, and this guy getting shot by his own people, somebody look just like him. And then they had to come up with all this other kind of stuff that he was homosexual and he was with, the homosexual LGBTQ community. And I'm just like, y'all need to stop. Well, some white folks is getting fed up with how you are to treat other folk that don't look like you. That's what it is. And this is like a domino effect. Because I think I heard somebody was shooting at ice down in Dallas from a building. I mean, something's gonna happen real bad. And we don't know what it is. I hope they don't do gun reform and take people's guns and weapons away from them. Because Texas is probably one of the few states in the United States where you can actually protect yourself. But it's what's going on with the population of people and the way they're thinking. And, I have a friend who likes to go back and forth with me about politics. And I told him I don't care about politics in America. He happens to be a Caucasian guy. And I told him I don't really care about politics in America. He said, why not? I said, when did my vote count? If my vote counted, we wouldn't be going through the mess that we're going through right now. We probably would have reparations a long time ago if that vote counted. They want to hold us back because they don't want us to be on the same level with them, Martin. They don't want us to catch up. And if we get into the situation where they give us something, we're going to want it more. We're going to exceed what they are able to give us. And a lot of these white people in America are really angry and pissed off. I had someone ask me, same guy, who should pay for this? And I had to think about it. And the first thing came out of my mouth, because I'm, all pissed off and speaking from emotion, I said the government. But I was wrong. I took a step back. I said the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, and all those big families like that should pay for reparations. And if they default or can't do it, then the government should come in and step in. But maybe we're close to getting something. Maybe that's why white folks are pissed off. I don't know. Well, for me to see this man get shot in front of everybody in the world, and I didn't see not one African American out there, I don't understand what we have to do with what happened to this man. Now, there were some people on Facebook again who were making fun of him, and anybody that made fun of him, from Jimmy Kimmel to anybody, even though Jimmy Kimmel came up and said that was not his intent. And I believe that. They've always wanted to make the president look what he looks like. But today's time, who would want to see something like that on TV?
Agreed. And
I thank you for being strong enough to have a show like this.
Oh yeah, we have
because
to.
This is a very, very touchy, important show. That's the tip of the bird in the United States on where this is going to go. I don't know if they trying to start something. It looks like it, but the odds are
blacks commit more crimes than whites do.
Okay, hold it, brother. Let me play this. Stay online. This is Charlie Kirk. All right, this is so for those of you who don't know what we're talking about. A lot of you guys didn't know who he was, but I did this show.
Blacks commit more crimes than whites do.
Okay, well, first of all, what he means by blacks commit more crimes is in fact that African Americans are more often convicted of committing crimes in the United States than any other racial demographic, which is very different from what he said. All that indicates is that the so-called criminal justice system in the United States is primarily only effective in the selective investigation, prosecution, and conviction of African Americans and other so-called minorities, as opposed to investigating, prosecuting, and convicting white perpetrators. The statistics that he's citing are actually an evidence arguing racial bias in policing, in prosecution, and in trials. It's not an evidence of greater criminality along racial demographic lines, no. Rather, it's only the assignment of criminality that falls along racial lines. I mean, more than half of all violent crimes in the United States go unsolved, overwhelmingly the case in certain types of violent crimes. So we're not talking actually about a criminal justice system that works, that's actually effective, that's actually efficient, that actually does its job. What we have is a criminal justice system that disproportionately seems to only quote-unquote work when the perpetrators are not white. African-American victims of homicide, by the way, make up most of the victims of homicide cases that go unsolved, whereas most homicide cases in which the victim is white, those get solved. In other words, crimes against white people are more likely to get solved than crimes against African-American people or any other so-called minority group, a member of the global majority. And they're even more likely to get solved when the perpetrator of the crime happens to be African-American. So in other words, if you're a white victim, you're more likely to get justice, and if you're a white perpetrator, you're more likely to escape justice. That's the system, and that's all that is evidenced by what he's saying. So when you look at the number of unsolved crimes, it's not unreasonable to assume that the, say, 60% or so of violent crimes in America that never get solved, that those are very possibly crimes committed by white people against African-American people or against other so-called minority groups. So rather than saying blacks commit more crimes than anyone else in America, it would be more honest to say that no one who commits a crime in America is more likely to be punished for that crime than an African-American. And in fact, it's also more likely for an African-American person to be wrongfully convicted of a crime of which they are accused. And it's more likely for them to even be punished for that, even when they have been proven innocent. And you can look at the case right now of Marcellus Williams. So the statistics that he's citing actually only substantiate the belief that the so-called criminal justice system in the United States is a major component of what you can call a systematic domestic ethnic cleansing program in America, being carried out against African Americans and other members of the global majority. That's all that is evidenced by the statistics that he's citing. And this, in fact, demonstrates a vastly greater degree of criminality than anything that he mentioned. And I would go further to say that this speaker himself, with the statistics that he's mentioning and the interpretation that he's putting on those statistics, that he himself occupies a propaganda role in that ethnic cleansing system, for which, in my opinion, he could and should be prosecuted under international law. So I really would hope that people would take this more seriously and understand the gravity of what so-called minority groups, members of the global majority, what they are facing and what they are enduring, and the human rights violations that are committed against them in the United States, that you would take that more seriously, so that when you see someone who is clearly playing a propaganda role in support of what, again, does constitute an ethnic cleansing program in America, when you see someone who is occupying a role of propaganda in support of that system, normalizing that system, justifying that system, rationalizing that system, understand that this person is a criminal. And inshallah, one day they will face justice for that, and should not be regarded simply as someone who is airing offensive or controversial views. No, you should take this more seriously, and not simply use it as an opportunity to have a debate with someone like this. They shouldn't be debated. They should be
Okay, go ahead, brother OJ. I just want to play that real quick.
Martin, I love that. I love that. But America knows it's dirty secret. America knows that they're wrong. They know they're wrong. And the only one that can be held accountable for that is the president. And no, he's untouchable. He's not touchable. He's untouchable. And to proving me wrong. Because a lot of the stuff that's going on in America, he can dent. He can dent it. He can. He could, man. I mean, he stood before the United Nations. And the United Nations said, hey, Russia is beginning to fly in our no-fly zone. We're talking about the United Nations. Russia is beginning to fly their planes in their no-fly zone. And they panicking because they don't know what the hell to do. This is on TV, like not even 48 hours ago. And he said, Mr. President, what should we do? He said, shoot them out the air. Now, that doesn't make a statement that I don't know what would, because that lets me know Mr. President don't care. He must be that powerful and have something up his sleeve where the world leaders know, don't come mess around down here in America. And if you do go mess around somewhere else, we coming. Because ain't nobody else challenged America since we attacked Iran. And we still sending weapons over to the Ukraine. I know I kind of got on the subject and everything, but I wanted to make the point about, who can vent a lot of stuff that's going on with all this MAGA. The young man who just lost his life, and the people who are angry about him being dead. His power that he has, that he's trying to illustrate here and across the world. It's something to look at.
Okay. Thank you for your comments. Area code 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. We're taking more callers. And we had MAGA, Make America Great Again. They came on to the historical Black College today. Well, actually, a couple of days ago, Now, is it 12? Yeah, almost 12. So it's really not in the news, people. The news is not really talking about it. And I'm trying to figure out what was their motive. Now, don't get me wrong. I always say we do have black conservative Republicans. We do have black Democrats. All right, it's not a sin to be a Republican. I will say that. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's not a sin. Yep, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is it a sin to be black?
Maybe to them. That's a good question. Is it a sin to be black?
Your question was a better question, but I thought that I would throw it in just to put a little salt and pepper on the food. Because that's ultimately what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
It's about white and black in America, and who's going to be the one that's going to stand up and run everything that's going on. I mean, if you're going to eat, we're going to give you what you're going to eat. And if you benefit from anything, we're going to make sure how you benefit from it. It's beginning to be one of them kind of countries where people determine if you deserve this job. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel was a perfect example of somebody being able to lose their job. However, your brother and my brother B. Red was on the back lines one day. He said, "Now watch what happens when the man pull out his lawyer." And when Jimmy Kimmel pulled out his lawyers, they put him back on deck. But at the end of the day, this Mr. President is a very powerful man, Martin. You know he is.
Most definitely. He got all the power. He got the 3 branches of legislation. Yeah, he got the power.
Big brother.
He has the power, so that you cannot deny. You cannot deny that he don't have the power.
Sarge.
All right. We'll see what Sarge has to say. Make America great again. Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, it's like this here. You want to doggone upset somebody white and you're black, just make sure you got more than they do.
Well, let me ask you a question. I know you've been watching, and I know you are a Republican. What made them to come on to one of the HBCUs to do that? Maybe for media attention, or what do you think the motive was? In your own words,
they broke mayo sandwich eating ass white folks that can't either afford or have the educational credentials to go to college. So, well, let's go to one and disrupt them.
Do you believe that?
That's what it is.
Do you believe that the students, either one, you can answer the question, did a good job by escorting them? Really wasn't no physical altercation or anything?
Well, I didn't see the incident, so.
Okay, you did see it. Okay, I played the video a couple of times. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like this. You irritate the hell out of them more if you laugh at them.
Yeah.
Surely do.
Hey, Martin. Hey, Sarge. How you doing, Martin? I want to say something real quick. I was traveling over the weekend, and I went to the East Coast. And what I've experienced in the airports is just, somebody needs to say something about it, because the mood of the people in the airport, I'm talking about 90% of the people that I ran into, they were so pissed off. And you could just see it in their face. They're walking in front of you as worse than what you've seen when you're in a grocery store, standing next to them, and just their whole disposition. It was horrible, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I had better seats than them. I mean, dude.
I just said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. we want to show a little clip.
Now, only if they knew how many black people were not even familiar with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, well, I know.
Glad you said that, man, because I didn't even know.
I was familiar with him.
I knew nothing about him until after he died. After he died is when I first heard anything. I may have seen his face before on a commercial and skipped the page or whatever, but I didn't know who he was. I'm muting my mic.
Okay, let's play a quick clip. I want to play a quick clip real quick, and you just give me hold it. Let me just share my screen with you guys. All right, screen sharing. All right, here we are. All right, let's do it this way. Here we go.
Start to heckle us.
Why even provoke on our campus?
New tonight, chaos here at the Tennessee State University campus after a debate group visits the campus wearing MAGA hats and carrying signs against DEI and illegal immigration.
Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar joining us from TSU tonight after speaking with both students and that debate group.
Most students I spoke with are calling the conservative group who showed up here at TSU hateful. That group tells me they were just trying to have civil discourse with the students and are accusing those who push back of inciting violence. Video shows spirited Tennessee State University students gathered around the Fearless Debates group. David Cate is a co-founder.
We went from a peaceful conversation with students to quite literally a mob inciting violence against us.
He tells me they are trying to encourage debate on the heels of Charlie Kirk's murder. The signs the group brought read, "DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now. Let's talk." TSU senior Layla Johnson was there when it all went down on Tuesday. What did you think about the group coming onto this campus with those signs?
I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, why would you come to a HBCU with all that commotion knowing that we're going to say something about it? Like, they're just, like, insane.
Why did your group pick a historically black college to have this conversation?
Is there a reason why we shouldn't go to historically black colleges to have these conversations? We're not limiting who we want to go speak to based off their race, based off their gender.
The university is calling the group's actions hostile and saying TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner.
Take a look at our last our first six stops. We have not had an issue like this whatsoever.
Layla believes they were not there for debate, but to provoke students.
I don't agree with it. Like, it's just nonsense.
All we did was set up a table.
The university says a group was escorted from campus. Cate denies that. He instead says they were taken away for safety. TSU adds they were not authorized on campus. Are you guys going to continue to just show up to public universities if they don't answer?
Absolutely. It's our free speech. These campuses have a free speech area. They're public universities.
The university declined to comment further, but the NAACP came out in support of the students. Reporting in Nashville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
If you had to choose between flipping a house or flipping dirt, what would you pick? Here's the truth. Land.
That. And there you go. We heard the news article. Because somebody finally touching it. Okay. All right. So, gentlemen, what do you think about that article? They want to be Charlie King.
I couldn't really hear it well.
You couldn't hear it well? Yeah, normally it always like that when it okay, I'm sorry.
On the phone, yeah.
Yeah, when it's on the phone, I should have had it.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing. But I'm gonna go back and take a look at that and do my own research. But
it's crazy. That is crazy. People, let me see if I can get that sound up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because I was doing roast videos on Charlie Kirk for the longest.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was deep. I mean, I think they.
You know what's interesting?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Martin.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think what's interesting is how these people got upset about black folks was pissed off. I mean, making fun of this guy that got killed. And nobody thought about what happened to Emmett Till. Nobody thought about what happened to Martin Luther King. And they thought that stuff was funny. And now that this dude get hit in the head doing this in 2025, and folk was like, be making fun of the fact that he got killed. You know, a lot of them folk got pissed off, but nobody thought about how they made fun of folk who got killed coming up, you know, in our era or in our history. You know, it's what it is. I mean, this country has poisoned its people to look at a certain group and make them like the worst group amongst the world or in this country, when the mass majority of people are white. Now, do they do more crime? I don't have that statistic, but the numbers don't sound right when you try to compare apples with oranges. I mean, Sarge can probably dig deep into something like that because he studies a lot of stuff. I don't, me, I just go out and make a living for my family and try to keep my nose clean, man. And then these things come on TV that upset me, or things that come in the news or on social media that upset me, and they should have went on here to cut the check a long time ago. This price should probably be a lot better. You know, it's a lot of variables when you say cut the check, because people are going to do a reversal role. You know, a reversal role. Somebody's paying you for reparation. We got, hey, Sarge, how many African Americans in the United States? What's the listed number?
The last number I recall is 42 million.
Now imagine maybe 32 million of them, maybe let's say 27 million of them overnight get reparations. But before that happens, because you know how the United States is, they say, well, hell, if we got to do it, we're going to look at the other countries that they had to stop alone. It was 21 other countries that they sent slaves to or had something to do with slavery. And that money is what they owe as well. That is a huge amount of money for that many amount of people.
All right, bro. You keep getting on that reparation
to get overnight.
Right.
Well, I mean, what do you think I'm supposed to piss off about?
I know, but I'm just saying.
You don't think they pissed off about that?
We need to stick with the subject. That's what I'm trying to do. That's a whole.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
That's a whole nother subject.
I get it, but that's part of that subject, though, Martin. But I get it. You are absolutely right. I need to stay on point.
Yes.
But you know. That it strikes a chord in me, man, because this man that passed away, and they pissed off at us.
Well, that's white on white crime. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's white on white crime.
It's out of control, and it's out of control, and I'm getting my giggle on.
Mm-hmm.
So what does it say? But no, I'm gonna stay on topic, because I was gonna say something about the Republicans, the people who voted for Republicans. But I want to stay on. We need to stay on the narrative.
It's not a cardinal sin for a black person to be a Republican. Let's just say that, okay?
You did say that. You did say that throughout the show.
Yeah, it's not a cardinal sin for a black person to be a Republican. Come on now, people. It's not. It's just. I mean, we have our differences. We have our difference in where we see things, but I believe we should be on both sides. That's just me personally. If whatever side you represent, make sure you represent the people that look like you. I think that makes a whole lot of sense. That's what I believe. See, we can get in here.
Whatever happened to the whole United States, though?
Hold it.
Whatever happened to the whole United States?
We can get on here and say Democrats don't do this, Republicans don't do this, they racist and all that. But what we can say, Sarge, you can't agree with me on this, and I'm a Democrat and Sarge is a Republican. What we can say is that there are no racist Republicans running the city of Chicago or the state of Illinois. Now, Sarge, you can agree with me on that. Now, look at the West and the South side which is predominantly the black communities. It looked like a bomb, a war zone. Sarge, you can testify to this, what I'm saying too. I'm not trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know.
You can imagine, I'm coming to you, my brother, 214. You can imagine how some of us that's been living in this state, in this city for practically all our lives, and you got some Democrats that is afraid to live in Chicago, in these areas. I got to tell the truth. Yeah, I got to tell the truth. Shame the devil. Right.
I mean, I'm one of them. I'll be honest with you. I'm afraid to live in Chicago.
Right. And I know you're a Democrat on record. I think you told me that.
I'm actually don't participate in none of that stuff.
Okay.
I really don't.
Okay.
No Republican, no independent,
Okay.
no any of that.
Okay. All right, guys, let's go to a couple of calls. We got another caller just called in. Come on, be red. Then I got another call after you. Come on, talk to us, brother. What's on your heart? What's on your mind? What's your thoughts or whatever? Let's get it. Come on, my brother.
Hey, y'all, what's happening?
All right.
I'm gonna make it quick, bro, because he ain't worth a lot of energy. I didn't know who this guy was. I'm gonna be honest to God, which I did not know who this guy was until it was splattered all over television. I hadn't heard any of his rhetoric. I hadn't heard any of his conversation. I didn't know what he was about. And then when I heard what he was about, I wasn't impressed. Political violence in this country is the way, it's just as American as baseball and apple pie. We've never been a non-violent society, especially when politics is concerned. He's just one of hundreds and hundreds of people who lost their lives to political violence, from John Brown all the way up to him. He was an opportunist. It's easy to stoke a fire when you got a can of gasoline in your hand. I'm not going to speak ill of the man. I hate that he got, unalived in front of the cheering. It's a horrible thing. But I'm sure the people who were in the room with Fred Hampton when they assassinated him were horrified when they come in and killed him. Unalived him. This is political violence is what this country is built on. The revolution itself was a violent movement from the giddy up to the road. The Boston Tea Party, first person killed, Crispus Attucks. That was political violence. So I don't know what everybody's upset about, because this is just the way we do it in America. So I'm gonna keep it brief, because I know this is a real touchy subject, and I know black folks just need to, kind of step away from it and let them go at it. But I can see what they're trying to do. They've been trying to do this. They're trying to stoke a violent attack against one of them on their side, so that they feel justified into coming into our neighborhoods and just openly start shooting. That's what they want to do. They said it all over YouTube. I got an appointment at the gun store. I'm going to get me some heavier stuff. I already know where this is going. They want to blame us instead of pay us. We are living witnesses. Living witnesses, Martin. You take this to your grave. We are living witnesses to the biggest crime in the history of the world. And it just urinates all over this so-called greatness. This country was founded by pedophiles, tax evaders, robbers. This is who founded this country. Thomas Jefferson, who wrote the Constitution himself, was a pedophile and a rapist. They impregnated a 15-year-old girl and then sold their baby into slavery. This is the people who founded this country. But see, we are living witnesses to the biggest crime in the history of the world, and they can't stand it. They can't stand it. That's why they hate us. I want you to think about what I'm telling you.
Has joined.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they ever put together in this is about how great they were, how this is the greatest country on earth, how everything that we've done over here is full of greatness. But we are living witnesses to their evil. We are living witnesses to their wretchedness. And they will not stop until we are dead. Because they figure once we are dead, they can flip the history and continue to tell the world how great they are. But as long as we are living witnesses to their wretchedness, they raping, they murdering, they pedophiling, they kidnapping, they have to face that in the mirror. That's why they don't want their kids to know the truth. That's why they want to switch the history books, because it makes them look bad. It shines a light on all of their evil. And they're going to continue to pursue to try to kill us until they get it done. Abraham Lincoln freed us. Where did he free us to? If you had a dog and kicked him out of your house, how long do you think he could survive on the street? Here they are, they had millions of people, kicked them out into the woods. They expected the men to go join the Union Army so they could fight against the Confederate Army, and they figured the women and the children and the old and the sick would just die from exposure. That's what the Emancipation Proclamation was about. They can't make it no sweeter than that, because that's exactly what they did. But we survived. Came through Reconstruction and we still survived. Made it through the bloody 20s and we still survived. And as long as we can survive and we can point the finger at their wretchedness, they're going to continue to treat us the way they do, and they're going to continue to try to kill us until we are all gone, because we distort the story of their greatness. I'm out of here, man.
Thank you. Marcus, you're next. I'll see you 708. Just wait a minute. Come on, Marcus.
You know what? The caller that just went off, he said it, but I'm going to say it again. They will kill one of their own to start a race riot to justify why they want to come in and kill black people. They've done it throughout history, and it ain't nothing but history repeating itself. And yet this man said some terrible things about black people. I don't wish death on nobody. But this man said some terrible things about black people. And sometimes God can work in mysterious ways. But this was the devil. This is the devil's doing. He took one of his own to start a war on God's people who had nothing to do with this. This is white supremacy at its best. This is what this country was built on. And yes, there were all types of individuals who founded this country. And they had some issues. A lot of us we got that DNA in us because our people were raped. Our mothers, our grandmothers were raped. And even the father was raped. Slavery was horrific. And they want to tell us to forget it. And then you got some black people saying that we should forget it. And another thing, they got us fighting each other about these illegal immigrants. They brought these illegal immigrants over here to flood the job market, to keep us from getting the jobs, because that's all you see right now. They're out here doing the delivery jobs. They're out here working at McDonald's, and black people will say, well, blacks didn't want those jobs. I believe that that's a lie. They did want those jobs, but they wanted to be paid more money. They even work in city jobs. So I would say both parties are guilty of bringing these illegal immigrants over here. But the Democrats, I have seen recently just working in this city how bad this situation is. And I don't know. I ain't never voted Republican, but one time it may be a change in the way I vote from what I'm seeing. But I'm not going to put my faith in the Republican Party either. But if we got to get these people deported so that we can have jobs for our people, for American people, then they need to be deported, and they don't need to be given nothing. We don't need to be giving them no money. They didn't come over here and earn it. But you got black people hiring these people to cut their grass. You got block clubs. You got churches hiring them to cut their grass. And they don't even think about their own kind. Mark Carter said it last night.
And
we ought to be concerned about our own people. Nobody else. We got to be concerned about family first. Family first. And that is the black descendants of the slaves who built this country. We all that right now. I'm not concerned about no Mexicans. I'm not concerned about no other people but my own people, because we're the ones suffering. And these devils done shot this man to justify why they can come into our neighborhood if they think they're going to do what they did in the past. It's not going to work in their favor this time. And I'll yield it to another caller.
All right. 708. Come on, caller, 708. Area code 708.
Hello,
Hello.
Martin. This is Kevin McDonald. Hey, I am a retired Army veteran, also a retired public servant for the city of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, I believe we was talking about the university. The reason them guys came there, because if black media or black grassroots don't get out there and talk to these kids at the university, you open the doors up for them to come in there. And they would do that. And I don't condone no violence. But we have to get out there and start talking with these kids, reaching out to them. Because if you don't, they will do that. I bet you they would not let no FBAs come to no PWI schools and do what we witnessed tonight. And I land my plane.
Okay. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. And man, people, this is real. I'm trying to I really want to play another video, but I'm probably going to hold off on that. Now, let me just say this, people. And I agree with all the panel tonight. I believe that they're trying to find a way to justify to go on one of these HBCU campuses to do some dirt. I believe that. Now, we just witnessed white on white crime. There was not a black person that shot Charlie Kirk at all. Now, a lot of you guys didn't know about him. I knew about him. I played that same video on the show before. Knew about him. I believe he was a married man, 31 years old, maybe 1 or 2 children. I believe that. And his wife said she forgive the killer. But Trump said he don't love his enemies. He hate his enemies. He said he hate his enemies. Hate them. And that's real talk. That's what Trump said. And I'm like Marcus tonight. I'm only concerned about our people. That's what I'm concerned about. The people that look like us, that look like myself, I'm concerned about. And you know what? They're not giving immigrants free money. They're giving them our money, the taxpayers' money. That's what they're doing. It's free because they're not working for it, but though that is the taxpayers' money. Who is financing these immigrants, illegals? It's the taxpayers, the homeowners, the grocery buyers, the car buyers. We all are financing this agenda. That's what we're doing. And it's sad. We're going to go back to the news clip. Let me see. Hold on, people. Let me get it right before I get to playing. Hold on. Let me get it right. Go back to the news clip. And we're going to see. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it right. Hold on. That's right.
Conservative group who showed up here at TSU hateful. That group tells me they were just trying to have civil discourse with the students and are accusing those who push back of inciting violence. Video shows spirited Tennessee State University students gathered around the Fearless Debates group. David Cate is a co-founder.
We went from a peaceful conversation with students to quite literally a mob inciting violence against us.
He tells me they are trying to encourage debate on the heels of Charlie Kirk's murder. The signs the group brought read, "DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now. Let's talk." TSU senior Layla Johnson was there when it all went down on Tuesday.
What did you think about the group coming onto this campus with those signs?
I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, why would you come to a HBCU with all that commotion knowing that we're going to say something about it? Like, they're just, like, insane.
Why did your group pick a historically black college to have this conversation?
Is there a reason why we shouldn't go to historically black colleges to have these conversations? We're not limiting who we want to go speak to based off their race, based off their gender.
The university is calling the group's actions hostile and saying TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner.
Take a look at our last 6 stops, our first 6 stops. We have not had an issue like this whatsoever.
Layla believes they were not there for debate, but to provoke students.
I don't agree with it. Like, it's just nonsense.
All we did was set up a table.
The university says a group was escorted from campus. Cate denies that. He instead says they were taken away for safety. TSU adds they were not authorized on campus.
Are you guys going to continue to just show up to public universities if they don't answer?
Absolutely, it's our free speech. It's our these campuses have a free speech area. They're public universities.
The university declined to comment further, but the NAACP came out in support of the students. Reporting in Nashville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Why is everyone?
All right. Okay, people, we're going to stop that. All right. All right. So, did you guys hear the video a little better? I hope you did. My people. Hope you did. Marcus?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So that's what's going on, people. We have to be aware. We have to keep our eye on the prize. And it's real talk. For those of you that's not familiar with Charlie Kirk, here he is right here. This gentleman right here is white.
Blacks commit more crimes than whites do.
Okay, well, first of all, what he means by blacks commit more crimes is, in fact, that African Americans are more often convicted of committing crimes in the United States than any other racial demographic, which is very different from what he said. All that indicates is that the so-called criminal justice system in the United States is primarily only effective in the selective investigation, prosecution, and conviction of African Americans and other so-called minorities, as opposed to investigating, prosecuting, and convicting white perpetrators. The statistics that he's citing are actually an evidence arguing racial bias in policing, in prosecution, and in trials. It's not an evidence of greater criminality along racial demographic lines, no. Rather, it's only the assignment of criminality that falls along racial lines. I mean, more than half of all violent crimes in the United States go unsolved, overwhelmingly the case in certain types of violent crimes. So we're not talking actually about a criminal justice system that works, that's actually effective, that's actually efficient, that actually does its job. What we have is a criminal justice system that disproportionately seems to only quote-unquote work when the perpetrators are not white. African American victims of homicide, by the way, make up most of the victims of homicide cases that go unsolved, whereas most homicide cases in which the victim is white, those get solved. In other words, crimes against white people are more likely to get solved than crimes against African American people or any other so-called minority group, a member of the global majority. And they're even more likely to get solved when the perpetrator of the crime happens to be African American.
Now, okay, what I'm doing here, people, I know this probably seemed like a little bit off the subject, but I just wanted to let you know, this is basically, he was narrating what Mr. Charlie Kirk was saying about black people commit more crime and here in America. So that's what I just want to play that, let you guys know. So, because a lot of you guys are not familiar with him until he just until he just got assassinated or killed. I was unalive, if I may use that word. Now, let me just say this. For a lot of black people that didn't know of him, I'm quite sure they wasn't celebrating his death at all. That was a white-on-white crime. That's exactly what that was, a white-on-white crime. Now, maybe they need to send some black Republicans to TSU, and maybe they'll get a better response. Yeah, maybe so. What you guys think?
Maybe not. Maybe. I mean, Charlie Kirk was saying some terrible things about black people.
Yes.
And some black people, we're not a violent people. When I say we're not a violent people, we're not going to assassinate you because you don't like us and you speaking against us. But he was saying some terrible things, and some black people feel a certain way about that. Do they wish death on him? No. Maybe they should send some black Republicans to talk to the black people and see what the response be. It could be different. And then again, it might not be any different.
Because they did have one black guy. They was teasing him. And here he is right here. So they said they didn't want him here. So that was a black Republican. So there was one in the house with them. So, all right, people, we're going to get ready to close it out. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And I was having Mark on tonight, but this story got brought to me and I wanted to bring it out. So I felt this was more important, appropriate to bring this story out. So I want to thank all my wonderful guests on the platform tonight, this midnight hour. Appreciate you. I need all my YouTubers. I have 49 people on here. I need to have 49 likes on my YouTube. I really do. 49. We're not begging for no money. We're asking for the likes. That's what we're asking. Subscribe to the channel. This channel is real. This is not staged. This is not phony. And we're not pulling stunts. This is real. This is live, uncut, and unedited. If you know me, Martin G. Johnson, aka the Crime Chaser, we don't pull stunts on here. We don't beg for money. We're not trying to swindle the listeners out of money or anything like that. We believe that if you give to us and support this channel without us asking us, you really wanted us to have it. And I've always believed that when people give you money, they believe in your mission. They believe in what you're trying to do and what you're saying. And that's real thing. So I thank you. And I'm not begging for no money. I'm asking for likes, thumbs up. That's what I'm asking for. Can I get some thumbs up? On Facebook, Twitter X, YouTube. Let's get them likes up, people. Get them likes up. You know? Somebody want to say something? All right. All right, people. We already know what it is.
You already know what it is.
Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and what?
And shame the devil.
I love being black. All right. Go in peace, people. Thank you for tuning in.